His reputation is expanding faster than the universe. He once had an awkward moment, just to see how it feels. He lives vicariously through himself. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Bullshit. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. God damn. Take this shit off. What did it say? Yeah. Play like pros. And a real baseball bat and bop you motherfuckers inside your head. Pa, 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 pa. Play a Lord! The hell is going on here? Hell is going on here. That's what's going on here. For all these heathens. Yeah, boy. Bring the motherfucking baby Hulk on you motherfuckers. Baby Hulk fist. I don't know how the fuck y'all be wearing these masks on a regular basis. And of course, I'm talking to those of you who don't have a choice. 9-to-5 jobs and all that shit. First time I put that fucking mask on, when I was going to East Chicago to see my sister, and I was driving with my other sister, the mask. First time I put that mask on, I could not fucking breathe. It ain't like it's the first time I ever had a mask on, but goddamn. The hell is going on here? Hell is going on here. This election shit, I'm not surprised that this shit is dragging on and shit. But when I was making that video talking about the election update video, all during that time I was making that video, I just kept going back, checking out Google and other sites and shit to see if anything changed with electoral votes. 264 for Biden and 217, whatever the fuck it is, for Trump.
(2020) U.S. presidential election results. According to the Associated Press, Joe Biden leads with 264 electoral votes and 50.4% of the vote. The Associated Press hasn't yet called this race. 270 electoral votes are needed to win.
Shit never did change, and here it is, about 5 p.m. The next day, and it still ain't nothing changed. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen with this election bullshit as far as exactly how it's gonna play out. And of course, you got the motherfucking Antichrist, Obama. He's been fucking he was fucking campaigning for Old crazy ass Joe Biden.
3 days, Detroit. 3 days. 3 days until the most important election of our lifetimes. And that includes mine, which was pretty important.
Bullshit. Last year, when I was going through this shit, Lucy and all that shit, I left YouTube and, going through all that demonic crap, disappeared and all that shit from everybody and from YouTube. During this time, going through my ascension process and all that shit, and this Lucy shit, I started thinking about that motherfucker who made those beer commercials.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Why I started thinking about that motherfucker at that particular time, of course, like I said, a lot of times when I go through shit like this, I don't know what the fuck is going on until later. When that fucking commercial first came out many years ago, and I saw that dude and I kept looking at this shit, I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, who the fuck is this murderer? He looked just like a goddamn murderer. I didn't know who the fuck this dude was. I should have known I pretty much knew he was an actor, but I had never heard anything about this motherfucker.
According to Wikipedia, Jonathan Goldsmith is an American actor. He began his career on the New York stage, then started a career in film and television.
So I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, who the fuck is this? This is a goddamn murderer. And for some reason, while I'm going through all this Lucy shit, demonic shit, and all this shit, I'm thinking about that motherfucker. And I ain't seen that commercial in years. I think they said that shit started like 10 years ago, something like that. So when I came back to YouTube, somebody sent me an email talking about they had this dream where this motherfucker was basically trying to trick him into selling his soul. And people need to understand this shit about our so-called dreams and these fucking demons and devils and whatever the fuck you want to call them. The shit they be doing to us, so-called average person who is counterfeit spirits, and when this shit is going on in our dreams, these motherfuckers be trying to make us do certain things. Obviously, from the standpoint, not just to be sucking the energy out of us like I always talk about, but the person who sent me that email talking about that shit, I told him that motherfucker was basically trying to get him to sell his soul. And people need to understand this shit. These motherfuckers who lose their soul, sell their soul, it ain't just motherfuckers in the industry who go through this shit. This motherfucker telling me about his dream, and I told him that motherfucker is trying to trick you into selling your soul. And he continued on in that email, and you know what he told me? He said that motherfucker who came to him trying to trick him and shit, talking all kinds of shit, trying to be slick, he said, he kind of remind me of that dude in that beer commercial. That goddamn Dos Equis motherfucker. Now, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, I was thinking about that motherfucker. During that time, I was going through all that shit, and then I came back. Old boy sent me an email telling me about that shit. That motherfucker who came to him in his dream, that damn devil, Lucifer, whatever the fuck that motherfucker, who it was and shit. He talking about that motherfucker too. And this is what trips me out about this shit. We are going through this shit with these people. Cause like I said, we all actors. We live in the fucking Matrix. We literally live in a goddamn movie. So talking about this asshole, by the way, I say asshole because he is. I know demons when I see him. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends. If that ain't a goddamn demon, I don't know what the fuck he is. And a lot of people thought he was Latino. And they found out that he's Jewish, of Russian descent.
People hang on his every word, even the prepositions. He could disarm you with his looks or his hands. Either way. He can speak French in Russian. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Now, you got this motherfucker at these gas stations that I was talking about before in that video that I made talking about all the shit that I went through. That video, The Tribulation, We Are Family. I mentioned that shit about that dream that I had where the motherfuckers at this gas station who don't even fucking, they not even there no more, but yet I had that dream about this situation, seeing them people in the gas station, and they was there. The motherfuckers who ain't there no more right now in this reality. So these motherfuckers, hardcore wicked, and there was a motherfucker in there, just like this Dos Equis motherfucker, just got the look of a goddamn murderer. I mean, I'm looking at this motherfucker, he got, like I always say, never judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you can. This motherfucker looked like a goddamn hardcore, psychotic, demonic, demon murderer. And him and his motherfucking wife who owned that gas station. Hardcore, wicked, shitty ass, no good, antichrist motherfuckers. And these motherfuckers in this country, the powers that be, they are notorious for allowing these type of people who ain't shit, who are demonic. They allow these people to come from these other countries, open up these stores, gas stations, shit like that. And because they hardcore wicked, they will bring a whole lot of negative energy, obviously, to the area. And I mentioned before, it was so much shooting, fighting, arguments, all kinds of demonic shit going on at that gas station. So just now, I got through just talking to one of my brothers. Of course, I was coming back from the gas station, and this motherfucker telling me about this asshole was working there now. I couldn't stand this motherfucker. Another piece of shit. Tried my best to get along with the motherfucker, and for the most part, things ended up being cool between me and him. I know how to deal with these niggas. You know, give my cigarettes and I'm out of here, bitch. So I ain't seen him in a while. He usually worked the midnight shift, and y'all know I'm always going there late, more times than not. So I was talking to my boy down the street, and he was telling me about that motherfucker. What happened to him? Listen to this shit.
Ran his ass over. You know, the one with the beard, we go in there, a little smart talking motherfucker, yeah, dude ran him over, man.
The one that it gets on everybody's nerves.
Yeah. I guess he talked to the wrong one. I keep trying to tell him, hey, man, you can't do that around here, man. You providing the service, yeah, but damn, you got to provide good customer service in order to keep getting your money, you know?
So, wait, he was the one that got ran over?
Yep.
Is that the one that be there late at night?
Yep. That's what he told me.
The one that got that attitude, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man, he got ran over.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It happened at the gas station and shit?
Yeah.
I ain't surprised, man. God damn.
I hate that happening to him, but, man, you can't keep talking shit to people and think, everything gonna be kosher.
Yeah.
It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
See, you can't come to the motherfucking ghetto. Whether you are white or whatever other race, and think you're gonna be able to have white privilege, even if you ain't white, you know what I mean? And ain't gonna get fucked up. Another piece of shit. And a nigga ran his ass over. And he ain't mentioned he died, but he got ran over. That's why I ain't seen that bitch no more. Ha ha! See? Y'all think we be playpen? Big black niggas coming to get you. Big black niggas coming to get you. Big black niggas coming to get you. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. And speaking of it's your ass, Mr. Postman, somebody left me a comment and he was like, please stop saying that. Because he work at the post office. But guess what? My sister, the mask. Guess what her occupation is?
It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Big black niggas coming to get you. This election shit is gonna fuck up everything. And I'm looking forward to it. I got my baseball bat. And all this shit that's going on don't matter to me. I'm immune. Yep, I'm immune to all this bullshit. I'm immune to the coronavirus. How is it that I'm immune to all this shit? Because I know that this shit is bullshit, and I know that when I die, that's when I live. Fuck this shit. And like my queen said over and over and over again, and many people have as well, this ain't our war. This ain't our fight. These motherfuckers still talking about Donald Trump is better than Biden, or Biden is better than Trump. Trump is gonna do this. Trump did that. They all work together, motherfuckers. I mean, goddamn. I don't know why motherfuckers can't figure this shit out, especially these motherfuckers who money got fucked up. Lost their job that I keep talking about. And still think the same motherfuckers who purposely got them into this shit is gonna save them. No. They gonna fix things. No. Things ain't fucked up. Because that's just the way it is. No. It's by design. They want y'all on y'all knees. Complete control over your ass. Leading your ass to that motherfucking mark of the beast. Excuse me. And check this out. I'm gonna play this clip. They had a fucking riot in Minneapolis last night. And they had a live stream that my girl sent me a link to. I was gonna watch some of it today, but the people who live streamed that shit, I think they put it in as a private video, so I couldn't watch it. I watched a little bit of it yesterday, and I know some shit was on other sites like Facebook or whatever, and shit's disappearing. Sometimes people just put the shit as a private video, whatever the case may be, and you can't watch it unless you a subscriber or signed in, whatever the fuck. But of course, a lot of this shit is being censored anyway, and they want everybody to pay more attention to this fucking fake ass election. They want these riots and shit going on, but they don't want certain things to distract people from what they want them to pay attention to. Yeah, if you ain't paying attention to the election, you know, at least watch porn. Yeah, they cool with that. Or watch some fucking video. Motherfuckers complaining about Star Wars or whatever the fuck, you know. But I'm gonna play this clip of this shit that went down in Minneapolis last night. The motherfucking protesters shut down the whole goddamn highway and shit. Wow.
But our team coverage begins tonight with WCCO's Jennifer Merrily, who's been following tonight's protest in Minneapolis. Jen?
Hi, We are live on Interstate 94, where we have been for the last few hours. We were with protesters as they marched here onto the interstate, and a couple hours ago, police surrounded everyone. We have been surrounded by police for the last few hours, and things really changed in the last 10 minutes. You can see these officers right here. Just in the last 10 minutes, they moved over the barrier and to our side of the interstate, and we feel like things are closing in a little bit more. Also, I want to show you this line of police over here. This is the line of police, state patrol officers that have been holding this line for the last few hours. We began this afternoon at a protest and rally at the Hennepin County Government Center. That is where a group met and had planned to meet even before the election to talk about having democracy. Today they told me they wanted a fair election. Those are some of the issues they were talking about, as well as some social justice issues. That group marched from the Hennepin County Government Center to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood to link up with another group that was having a rally at 6 o'clock. Now those two groups then started marching. They marched down Cedar and they continued on to when we got to I-94. So take a look at the video of protesters marching on I-94. This is something that we have seen before when people want to make sure that they have their voices heard. People were marching, protesting, chanting on I-94 when all of a sudden everything stopped, things were halted, and we were surrounded by police.
The original march was set up for was just for whoever would win the race, really. But to say that we still need change, that people are still suffering, we need to undo what the Trump administration has done in terms of damaging and causing harm to so many people. But we also know that the Democrats have not been doing their part as well.
But anyway, just out here talking shit, smoking cigarettes. I ain't got shit to do. Keep an eye on this election bullshit. With no real results right now, they're holding back on that shit for that perfect moment, hoping that everybody will go nuts as far as real rioting going on, so they can have a reason to mow these motherfuckers down with their motherfucking guns and shit and so on and so forth. Put them in a situation, get them caught up. They end up in a FEMA camp. Take that fucking mark. That's all they give a fuck about. They want these motherfuckers to just die or stay alive long enough to take that mark and depopulate to 500 million, whatever the fuck they said. And all this shit is God's plan, God's story. He's the author, writer, director, and all that shit. And these motherfuckers getting played like the bitches that they are. So-called Illuminati. Y'all think I be play pimping, don't you? Motherfucker. So, that's it. I'm just out here talking shit. Got nothing to do. My birthday coming up this Saturday.
Yeah.
I think I'll be 47 years old. I don't know. If everything turns out well, once again, this is what I'm going to be doing. What more can I say? Player Lord, Lord of all players, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Son of God, Son of Man, Christ in the flesh, Christ in the spirit, the savior of the world, and the destroyer of the world. Ah, ah, ah. I'm out of here, niggas. Peace.
Guess I'll pass the time by lighting up an El Jerko. Ha 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 ha!